Okay.
All righty. Yay.
We have our whole tape thing. Look, we got our blue backdrop. We got the whole thing going back
We
here.
must.
Wow, that's impressive. I know if this goes on for another month, I'm gonna have to completely redecorate one of my rooms.
Yes. Yes.
just to create a better backdrop, because sometimes I see like everyone's videos and they have like the perfect pictures and the perfect furniture in the background. Yeah, it's crazy.
Hi, Jen and Mauricio.
Hi, Mama. How are you?
All
Laura,
right.
she's played my mom before.
Oh.
So we're all family here.
Great. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, congratulations on this project, COVID-19 Sins and Virtues.
Yes, an anthology film.
Anthology feature.
Thank you.
So let's talk about first of all, where did this idea came from? Where did the concept actually originated?
Well, yes, Alejandro Mendoza is he's a friend of all of ours. He's been in the industry for a very, very long time, and he works in the industry. He does step and repeats, and also has worked in distribution in the past. Very well connected in the business. He called Yennifer and I and asked us if we would like to be lead producers on this project. And he pitched us the project about the 7 sins and 7 virtues.
And we loved it.
And we just fell in love with it. The idea of, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we loved it. We fell in love with the idea, and we said, absolutely, we'll jump on and we'll call. He's like, okay, this is my idea. The pitch is each, it'll be 14 filmmaking teams, and each will get either a virtue, either a virtue or a sin. And
we can only shoot it on a phone.
Exactly. So the challenge is only on smartphones and whatever you have at home. And you have to create the story from scratch.
Which means you write it, you shoot it, you act in it, and you produce it.
Everything around the virtue or sin that you get. So we love that idea, and we jumped on and we started calling.
That's how Laura Patalano, she's one of our great friends. She's working on the show Gentified. So her season was done for now.
But it got picked up. Second season.
And so we called people, and Laura said,
funny thing, yes. The funny thing is that he also called her. He called her because he made a list, we made a list, and we had the same people on that list.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So you made both lists, Laura, just so
my God, thank you.
People, you're going to do a project that's going to take a few months. Who do you want to work with? Who do you want to be talking to? Who's got the right mindset during this?
Exactly.
So we thought about Laura. Look at her smile.
I know, right?
You know why I smile? Because if I don't smile, it seems like I'm mad.
Trust me, the same thing.
I'm about to hit you.
So
I tell him the same thing. I'm like, babe, smile.
So Alejandro's really the mastermind behind this whole thing.
Yes.
And then we're lead producers. We call ourselves lead producers, but in our company, True Form Films, we're lead producers, but then one leads the production. And Yennifer's been leading the production from the start. And I'm dealing now with the post-production aspect of this. So I take on the post.
Right. He loves the post. And for me, it's production coordinating and just making sure that everyone knows exactly where we're at and motivating everyone and making the weekly meetings and, and really and everyone, it's amazing how everyone just jumped on and said yes, because it was at the beginning of the quarantine and we were all like, what are we going to do? Like, what is happening?
Desperate. Yeah.
Right. So it was just for us, it was like, yes, we want to do what we love no matter what. And this could be an amazing, it is going to be an amazing challenge and accomplishment to do something under, quarantine and isolation and what we have accessible to us. So.
Well, Laura, when
Yes.
they pitched it to you, how did they pitch it to you, and why did you want to do it? I mean, it sounded like you were on both lists.
Yeah, that's great, right? Well, I moved from New York to here, and I was lucky enough to meet Alex in the Egyptian theater in one of the events for Apertura, that it was Latino films and all that stuff. And then I was lucky enough to be booked for a gig with Mauricio and Jenny in a movie that I was shooting in Mexico not long ago. And that's how I knew different ways, each one of them. And it was amazing when they say this is about. I was like, oh my God, yes, I want to be part of it. I was so excited to be, especially when you are a creative person or you are an artist and you have too much free time in your hands. If you don't start creating or doing something positive, you go crazy. That's the reality. You need to be creative or do something good or bad, but I mean, you need to do something.
Yeah.
I cannot be watching TV in my pajamas all day long, you know?
Definitely not. And the movie that Lara, we were so blessed to have her, is called The Contractor, El Contratista, and you could see it in
On
Amazon Prime right now. Right now.
Yeah, it started airing 2 months ago, and grateful. True Form Films, it was a company that was established 13, 14 years ago by Yennifer.
2006, actually.
Yennifer started True Form Films, and then when her and I met and fell in love, I came on board, and we started branding the company. 11 years ago, really full on branding the company. And we're actors. We're professional actors. We've been in the industry. I've been in it for 30 years. She's been in it, 25. I'm older.
Yeah.
And so
when he says we've been in it for 30 years, I'm like, excuse me, 25.
so we are blessed that we've been able to establish ourselves as producers, and that somebody like Alex trusts us enough to call us and wanted us to lead the production.
Absolutely.
Impressive. Now, let me get the rules straight. You said you could only use like your phones, your Android, your iPhones, but you also could use what? Your iPads, tablets, laptops?
Yeah,
correct.
the only thing, no professional cameras, though these phones shoot in 4K. They look pretty damn amazing. We have ring lights here. If I'm going to show you a little bit. So we have certain lights. We have certain things that we use that we're at home. We had
our tripod.
Our tripod here.
Right
we have.
There it is. So that really helped.
So anything that was at home. So we had our own logs. Because
we've been producing, we've been
but a lot of people
accumulating our own equipment. Right. And we do have a really nice camera, professional camera, but we didn't use that.
We didn't use it
because part of the challenge is to use your iPhone or your Android, whichever smartphone you own.
Which was pretty amazing, because when you see everybody's shots, from Laura to everybody else, you go, wow.
It's just
wow. It's amazing how good this thing looks on just how creative people got with their own personal lights at home. Just got very creative.
Right.
And the ideas, pretty much, no?
And one episode that actually shot from 3 different locations. The director was in one location, the lead actress in another location, and the lead actor in another location. So they were able to to create that episode from 3 locations. And then there's another one as well from Mexico City and LA. So the directors in Mexico City and the actor in LA. So I mean, just thinking out of the box and really, really just seeing everyone making it happen. It has been so inspiring and so healing as well, because we could have at first we were all like, what is happening, right? And we were like, there was some fear, right? Let's be real. But then once we got out of the fear and said, you know what, let's keep taking action and creating what we know makes us happy and what we know how to give to humanity, which is our gift. Let's do it. and boom.
And what I think is brilliant about what Alex did, and Laurita, you can say something also regarding it, the subject matter is he chose the sins and the virtues, right? Mm-hmm. So we both thought, wow, this will hit, because we all go through those human feelings, human conditions. Universal. It's so universal that everybody can identify with what the subject matter is. And also, the audiences, they're watching it, we're not going to put titles. The audience has to guess at the end of every episode
what they're watching,
what virtue it is and what sin.
Laura, so as an actress, this is probably unfamiliar territory because you're probably used to big cameras, big lights, and so on. Could you talk about this experience of doing I don't want to call it like a small film, but it's literally on a small camera, and truthfully, who's holding the phone or whatever for your shots?
Well, I live with my twin daughters, Brittany and Shanae, and I needed help to get. They are no actresses, they're no professional or any part of this industry. But I said, this is the idea. You want to jump with me into this adventure? And they say yes. So we start like putting ideas together. And I don't going to say what's was my theme, but I loved it. And I say, this is great because we already had an idea and we started working on it. And just the fact that we have to write the project, that I didn't have any idea how to start, to be honest with you. And then the post-production, and then the shooting, because one of my daughters helps me all the time with my castings. So she always say, oh, I have 3 recurrents under my belt, because every time that she helps me, I booked it. So she's like, okay, ma, let's do this. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, just doing it at home is very limited with a phone, and we don't have experience in the other side of the field, because I'm an actor and that's it. I mean, I direct a few things, and I produce a little bit, but I mean, not really like completely do the whole project. And for me, this has been an amazing experience of learning a lot. I'm so blessed.
And you did an amazing job, and I just love how the girls stepped up and said, I'm doing it, and they did great. They're good little actresses, let me tell you. Yeah. I was like, look.
It must be in the blood, right?
I guess, I hope so. But I push them and they don't want to be part of this. Try so hard. Because I love what I do.
Right? Yeah.
So there's going to be what, 14 production teams, 14 different directors, and is it 14 different writers, and you just oversaw everything?
Well, basically it's 14, it's over 50 industry people, right? And for example, we're one team, a household, I would say a household, but actually it's more than 14. Because the director for one of them was in another household, and then the other actress. So basically, it's 50 plus filmmakers making this happen. The lead team overseeing everything is True Form Films and Alex Mendoza. So the 3 of us, we're the lead producers overseeing everyone, and we're bringing in right now for post. People that want to be part of it to help us with sound, like we just brought in.
We brought Paolo Martinez to finish the teaser. He works with Intangible Productions, contact of ours.
Fantastic.
Jumped in, so the teaser looks fantastic.
We're so excited about it.
Then we brought John. John has been doing the music. Laura, can you help me? The composer. What's John's last name? I forget.
Oh my God, you're asking to the wrong person.
Oh no, here we go. John Allen. Allen, he's doing the music for most of the episodes.
Yes.
And then my brother Andy Mendoza, Herrera Music, is mixing the music for the teaser. So we brought 3 really talented, amazing people to to add on to the post-production team.
Exactly. And we have Stephen Murray, who is our editor, and he's editing our episode. And he's also going to be editing
the whole anthology.
The whole anthology once everyone is done with post.
Right. And then once the anthology is edited, then we got to go and get a post sound designer
and colorist
who they will just make it pop, right?
Right.
Because we also, you know, Yennifer and I stand by, okay, we can do stuff, but we got to do stuff that is going to pop, that it's also, we have our name attached to it. So we wanted to also have production quality.
Exactly.
And so everything is looking
very professional. Although we did it at home and just with our phones, it's going to be a very, very professional, high quality looking project. And we're very proud of that. We're so excited about that because we've been seeing what they've created, and it's just
they haven't seen anything yet, by the way.
They've only seen their own.
They have only seen their own.
I can't wait for them to see.
Wow.
I can't wait neither.
See the trailer, they're gonna go, oh,
yeah. Oh wow, yeah.
Laura,
yes,
since your twin daughters actually was part of your crew, but who wrote and directed your episode, and what phone did you use? Did you use a phone?
Yeah, the iPhone, and between the three of us give ideas to put it together, pretty much like the three of us we write the film, and then one of my daughter that has like an idea of that Shanae is the one that directed it, and the other one Brittany was part as an actor, so it's pretty much like a theme work that I love. Because this is the first thing that I do with my kids related to the passion that I have for acting. So it was really a great experience. I can't wait to see the whole thing, let me tell you. I can't wait.
It is, it's great. And for us, I mean, I could definitely, we can relate to that because the star of our episode is our little 7-year-old daughter. And she just blossomed into this little actress during this quarantine time that we were like, what? You know, I mean, she just started coming up with stuff. We wrote it, you know, together, and everything was just brainstorming together. And I, you know, we were like, well, let's not give her too much. But let me tell you, we said to her, okay, just play and do whatever you want. You're free.
And we just put the camera, and we just let the camera roll.
We just held the camera. Oh my goodness, the things that she came up with were amazing. The improv that came out of that little one was just like.
But also, I got to give Alex kudos here because he read the script. He goes, "I love the script, but can we see less of you and more of your daughter?" We're like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because the first week, actually, the first 2 weeks. The first deadline was to send Alex the first draft of the script and the story that we wanted to create around each virtue and sin, and then he would give us notes. And it's just been a fantastic process. And he's been a wonderful leader. And he keeps saying, "You guys are making my dream come true. I've always wanted to be a studio executive. This is what they do. You know, they get the." And it's just been fantastic. He's been really wonderful to work with.
And I'll tell you something, it's been one of the easiest projects to produce.
Who has it now?
Well, because, you know, first to get 50 people together.
Over 50 people, yeah.
Together to produce. And usually, you know, we are overseeing everything when we're in production on locations. So, you know, the fact that everybody is taking on their own portion of it has really made it easy, much easier.
Yes.
Basically, we just have to organize
exactly
the whole thing.
Well,
you know,
yeah, which is producing. And I just also want to add to that. It's because there's been a lightness to it because of what we're going through. Because no one's getting paid. We're all doing it because we love it, and because we're all in this together, in this. You know, going through this pandemic together. And I think that has allowed the human spirit to be more vulnerable and to be more open to collaborate and to understand that we need each other. And it hasn't been about being competitive. It's been about
there's no egos.
It's been about being collaborative, you know, so it's been about collaboration versus competition. And for me, that's just been my favorite part of this whole process.
Which is how you think about choosing people like Laura, right?
Mm-hmm.
Laura's been in the entertainment industry for a very long time. So go, who do we want to work with? And you start thinking about people that are like-minded people. Their spirit is awesome.
Teamwork.
And they just enjoy what they do.
To collaborate.
Because most of us are not, most actors don't get in this industry because they're thinking, oh, I'm going to get rich doing this.
No, you're right.
We start from the art form, right? We come in because we love what we do. So everybody on this team loves what they're doing and creating. And they're looking forward to seeing how it's coming together. So we get together, every
once a week for the first 2.5 months, and now it's every 2 weeks.
And we're
now
on
that
Zoom.
We're in post, it's every 2 weeks.
Everybody's on Zoom. We talk about where everybody's at. Is there any support? Can anybody, and some people are jumping to help other people now. Like we have Cesar Gamino, who is our technical
advisor.
He's so
techie.
On this. He's so techie.
He's great. And we actually met Cesar through Laura.
Yeah, he's an amazing director and actor.
He's helping Miguel Paredes on his now. He's been able to jump off and help him edit his. So that's what we're creating. People are helping each other because we know that we got to work together to make this thing happen.
Right, and not everyone knew each other either.
No, you're right.
So it's great. It's just I think that we've created a new family. Right? Because we jump into a project, it becomes this family of artists just creating something, creating the new baby. Our new quarantine baby is COVID-19
and listen,
virtues and sins.
For us, our goal every year is to at least be in production for one film. And this year, when this COVID hit, we're like, and then this project came up.
Right.
And oh my God, it's perfect because it's also aligned with the mission of our company, which is making a difference one film at a time. So it's so aligned with what our production company wants to produce, things that make a difference, that have a message, that create laughter, that brings the world together. Though as sappy as that may sound, that's our heart. That's our heart. That's what we want to do. We want things that make a difference out there. There's just so much trash out there. There's just so much trash.
So there's going to be 14 different stories, and it's going to be 14 different styles of filmmaking. And am I also assuming it's going to be like different types of stories? Like it could be from horror to comedy to drama.
Correct.
We're getting it all.
You're getting it all.
You're getting it all. We did come on. Ours is comedy.
Ours is comedy.
But yours is more
Laura's more thriller.
Thriller.
Yeah,
yours is kind of thriller.
Thriller sci-fi.
Then we have.
There's a thriller sci-fi. Look at that.
Then we have another one that is really high comedy.
Right, like Commedia dell'arte.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
There's also drama, straight drama. There's so many. Yeah. And then we just got the latest one, which is very nature driven. What would you call that?
I don't know.
Inspirational. Just kind of,
Just inspirational.
Just very inspirational. So yes, imagine. So we've got the virtues. We've got faith, courage. My goodness, I wish I knew. Let's see.
On your phone,
so we have them all, right? We've got
justice,
and sloth, and wrath, prudence, and let's see, faith. There's faith. There's just so many different emotions, and we all go through every single one of these virtues and sins, truly, as human beings, and especially right now during this time.
And ours was really easy to come up with because we were having a lot of internet problems. So when they said sloth, we went like, So yeah, no, it's been a fun process, really.
Excellent. So for both parties here, could you give us a teaser of what's the storyline. You don't have to tell us which virtue or which sin it is, but just give us a teaser of what's your short film is going to be about.
What ours is going to be about? Oh,
don't give it up.
We can't give it up because whatever we say might give away what.
But really, I think that it's something that how do we do it without giving it up? It's a story that we all go through. That even when your mind is telling you to do something, the body doesn't always follow.
Cooperate. That's ours.
When your mind is saying something, it doesn't mean the body says okay.
Laura, in one word.
Mine, I will say, is something that we see very often. That I wish we didn't see these kind of things. That's all I'm going to say. That's it.
Well, that's not much of a teaser, but I guess the entire idea is to create the mystery so we could actually watch it, right?
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, well, the teaser will be out very soon.
Should be out next week. Right. By Monday, it should be out.
And so we're excited.
Again, we have schedules, right? We are locking. Today is the deadline for the teaser, which was done last night, but then they got to now add the mixed music, the final music, the final mix. So today it's done, and then all the episodes have to be locked by July 31st. Mm-hmm. Everything's got to be in, and then we will take it now to the second phase, which is post-production with our editor and the sound and the color
for the actual anthology.
Putting it together, and now we got to figure out how we're going to weave it together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's also the goal. How are we going to weave this together for it to feel like it was shot together,
Sort of like you're going to try to create a one long storyline to put everything together.
That's
the initial. That was the initial goal. So once we have it, we will see if there's any way to weave it together, and
there's only one idea.
Even start even do more shooting to weave it together if there's something missing, which is really what Alex was. That was his major goal. His first vision. So.
But when you put things together, sometimes it takes a life of its own.
Yeah.
So we will know. The answer will come on.
The divine will let us know.
Because listen, everybody knows who's in industry. You write a script, but the script is rewritten on edit. The edit is the last rewrite of any project. Mm-hmm. So it'll take a life of its own on edit.
Wow. I can't wait. So when's the release date? Do you have a final date on that?
No, we don't. As of right now, hopefully maybe the fall, September, so that we can give our editor a good month and a half.
Yeah, month and a half, 2 months at least to
because it's edit, it's sound mix, it's color. So we don't want to rush it. Again, for it to be of quality, we need to do it with time. And
listen, we're moving pretty fast. We're moving pretty fast for production because productions take a long time, especially films. Episodic, it moves fast because they got to turn over so many episodes. So we're kind of working like episodic, basically, because it's episodes. Exactly. These are called episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, luckily for you, the pandemic is still going to go on through the fall. So
yes,
you have plenty of time.
Well, Alex is already coming up with
as time.
Yeah,
so
Alex is already coming up with another batch of
the second wave of episodes.
He sent an email saying
who wants
to do or add more filmmakers and do the second wave.
It would be like a second season.
Oh, there you go.
So this will be anthology feature, but could also be, you know, first season.
That's right.
Of
This,
COVID-19.
it could literally
Season
be
version.
a short form digital series, you know, and you get different filmmakers coming through. So again, there's so many.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit when, you know, production. So that's how we think.
The good news is that we're not the only ones doing this. The good news is that it's viable. It's you know, it's exactly what the marketplace is looking for. So although we didn't start with that vision of like, oh, we're gonna sell a movie or a feature, you know, a feature or a series. Now we see the possibility of it actually happening because of other projects that have come out already. And it's like, oh, this is pretty awesome news, you know? And so we're very, very excited to be in that company of other filmmakers that took it on, and other artists that took it on and said, we're not gonna be stopped and we're gonna create. And that's what we're here to do, to create and entertain.
Excellent. And one last thing, if once all of this is done, what platforms can us audiences will have a chance to watch this? Are you hoping for mass distribution? What's going on?
Absolutely. Now that we see it is viable, now that we see it is marketable and there is a market for it, we're gonna go for the best. Like we said in the last meeting, let's see how far we can go. You know, hey, you know, Netflix is definitely on that list. You know, it could be anywhere.
Listen, the beauty about all this is when we started this, there was no expectation except to just the filmmakers having fun, a good time. And just it's been growing beyond our wildest imagination. And it's been so creative and so fun to be together with people like Laura and coming together as a community. So, you know, the icing on the cake would be if, you know, if there's distribution and we get it for Netflix or Amazon.
That would be amazing.
Sky's the limit. It would be great.
The good news, yeah, so we have an amazing team. We have our publicists, you know, that are definitely getting it out there, and we're all working together to actually take it as far as it could go. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time.
Terrific. One last question, just to wrap things up, because we're in the middle of a pandemic right now, and this could be a long-term pandemic that could last more than a year. For you personally, how are you adjusting to this pandemic, and how is this affecting you creatively?
Laura, you answer that first.
Well, I'm trying to keep myself busy. I start painting now, and I'm doing a jewelry, and we are doing a dream catchers, and we're putting like a store of all these things that we're doing with my daughters, because we need to keep busy, and I'm very creative. So it's not that bad. I mean, I wish I could go back to my shows. That I have 2 shows. And Victor and Valentina, that I'm the voiceover of the Grand Machata, that I love that show, that is so much fun. And Gente Fi, that is going to be a 2nd season, and the El World, that is going to be a 2nd season. That I have projects like never before in my life waiting for me to go back to them. But in the meantime, if we are going to be in lockdown for another 6 months, I have a lot of things to do, believe me. So we've been working on all these projects at home, in the artistic field or way to do something fun and entertain ourselves. And like we said, if we can make some money from that, why not? But in the meantime, I'm having fun. I'm really trying to make the best of this situation, you know?
Yes, that's wonderful. And I've gotten gifts from her. She makes jewelry too.
I have
really beautiful.
I haven't gotten a gift yesterday. I still have not gotten jewelry.
You haven't gotten a gift.
I'm still waiting for my
jewelry.
You know,
you will.
Girly jewelry.
Hey.
Well, for us, you know, we are entrepreneurs, and we have several businesses that we've been growing for over a year and a half. We teach, so we started teaching last summer, actors and we mentor them as well. So we created Zoom classes.
Shortcut to Hollywood.biz is our platform for teaching. We also have a show called 1111 that Yennifer created.
So it's a daily, very spiritual, high vibe. The concept is we get together every morning at 11:11. We go live on IG and Facebook and YouTube, and we gather as a community and raise our vibration together and have high frequency conversations to create our compelling future together and support one another, especially during this time. And also it's our way of giving back to the community and letting them know that we're not alone in this, and we're giving them our love and connecting on a spiritual level, because now we're in this virtual world that this is how we're getting to connect. I mean, we haven't been able to hug Laura in 4 months, you know? So for me, we just love doing it, and it's been really, really amazing. People have really loved it, and we do angel cards, you know, every day, and people get to, we read their angel cards if they want. We read from different books, and we give, you know, because it's all about the mindset. What kind of mindset are you going to have in your life? You know, who are you going to be in this world in the face of adversity? You know, it's not what happens, it's how you react to what happens. And so we're giving that a daily dosage of yummy conversations, because it's in our conversations that we create our life, you know? So we do that every day, Monday through Saturday. And it's a different topic, right?
Different topic every day. And we also are producing COVID.
Right, so we're producing.
And we have a financial company that we also educate families about financial literacy.
Yes.
We took that about 2 years ago. We got licensed because we felt, first,
there's such a need
for
financial literacy.
We went and got...
We wanted to learn.
We wanted to learn.
As students.
And as soon as we learned, we were like, oh my God, we got to get this out. We need to teach
our actor students this, because as actors, right?
Yeah.
We've just made a lot of money, and we've made no money, and we've made a lot of money and no money, and then a lot of money and no money, but then we've never been taught to save 10% of what you make, or to invest 10% of what you make. It's just been, you know, really mind-blowing, right?
Yeah. And it's been a reset for us on the financial course of our lives. It's really, the last 2 years is about resetting where we are and where we want to go with the production, with our finances, with our children, you know. So we believe that, which is why we talk about Laura having this sort of the kind of like-minded is, you know, the course of our life is teaching our children to be the best they can be. So we are teaching ourselves the best we can be, so they can see from us, you know, the kind of human beings we want them to be out there in the world.
Yeah,
so.
we have 2 kids. One of them is freshman in college, and Juliana, that's Adrian, and Juliana will be 8 on Tuesday. We're having, so, I hope you got the invitation, Mommy.
Yes, I did, mi amor.
Drive-by parade birthday. So that's the style right now, the quarantine birthday.
Yeah.
So she's excited to have that, and you know, it's that we're artists, so we're able to be flexible, because as artists and as actors, we're used to being home waiting for, you know, work to get busy, or what, you know, so we've had moments of like lulls, right, of it not being busy, and so we've always stayed active and creative and diversified. So this is kind of like a really long.
Every single there's been a strike with, you know, within our union, you know, the writers strike. So sometimes we have been without work for 3 or 4 months. So everybody has learned that as an actor, you must become resilient and an entrepreneur and make money, diversify. When you're not making money as an actor, what do you do?
Exactly.
What do you do? So we're teaching that to our young actors.
Exactly.
You know, we're teaching them business. We, as actors,
to think more business.
We are a commodity. Actors are a business. We are
our own business.
Brand. We are a brand.
We're entrepreneurs, but they don't teach that in school. They don't, you know, it's just
we think
all
with
about
our heart.
craft.
Sometimes we think with our heart always.
Right.
We got to think, how do we monetize this? Right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, hey, you know, whatever you're doing a good thing during these times. So I thank you and congratulate you on this COVID-19 project. and hopefully we get to do this again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We'd love
Yes.
to. Thank you again for
Yes.
having all three of us on, for taking the time.
Yes,
We truly
thank you.
appreciate
The
the
invitation.
invitation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank
And creating the possibility of coming back and saying, yes, we're premiering on Netflix September 30th. Boom.
Hopefully, right? Yeah. Excellent. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, see you soon, guys.
All right. Bye.
Hopefully.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Can we get a picture?
Sure. Let me take my glasses off.
All right. Give me a second, and there we go.
All right.
Have a great day.
Bye. Nice to
Thank
meet you.
you, guys.
Bye
Take care.
now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.